Good evening from my part of the world. Good evening from my part of the world. Good evening from my part of the world. When you hear someone say, my life should have been better than this, what comes to your mind? This is a statement all of us have heard. Either we said it to ourselves, said it to other people in a conversation, or we watched other people say them to us. What came to your mind? My life was supposed to have been better than this. What are you measuring with? The life not lived? The life you assumed you were supposed to be living now? What metrics are you measuring with? Let's have a deeper conversation tonight. Your views, your opinions are equally welcomed. But answer the question for me if you can. When you hear someone, it's not about you. When you hear someone says, my life should have been better than this, what comes to your mind? What actually comes to your mind when you hear a friend says, my life should have been better than this? Measuring the life we didn't live. You see, the phrase, I should be further along than this, is a quiet anthem for the modern soul. It is a weight that settles in during late night reflections or the sudden silence on a Sunday evening. When you're sitting down alone by yourself and you're thinking through life and gosh, my life was supposed to have been better than this. What exactly are you measuring? You are measuring the life you didn't live or measuring the life you are living based on the decisions and choices you've made. Let's have a conversation tonight. I'm excited. Yes, I am really excited. Until we get these conversations, listen, you bet we'll trouble our souls for no reason. We will just trouble our souls for no reason because either we are comparing our lives with other people or the metrics we are using is just wrong. My life was supposed to have been better than this. Yes, I get you. But what exactly are you measuring? What are you measuring? It is a weight that settles in during late night reflections or the sudden silence on a Sunday afternoon. However, the stink of that sentence usually comes from a lack of clarity. Yes, lack of clarity. People can come to even a coaching class in tears. Na iri akɔ ne ho asɛ wiase nyinaa dan abutu ne so. But by the time you finish, they realize it was just lack of clarity. Hi, Alan. Good evening. It was just lack of clarity. My life was supposed to have been better than this, says who? Are you measuring your life with somebody in somebody else's timeline based on the choices and decisions other people have taken? Or what exactly are you measuring? What are you measuring? If we don't sit down periodically to have these kind of conversations with ourselves, hey, Obama Okuma, chai, chai, chai. Okuma betete for no reason. Okuma, you would trouble your soul for no reason. What exactly are you measuring? When you say my life was supposed to have been better than it is now, what are you measuring? What metrics are you using? Hello. When you hear somebody say, my life was supposed to have been better than this, what comes to you, the listener? What comes to your mind? And when you equally say, my life was supposed to have been better than this, what are you talking about? What are you measuring? The life not lived or the choices and decisions you've made to arrive at where you are today? What do you mean? When we lament that our lives should have been better, we are holding our current reality up against a template. Against whose template? And the vital question is, who designed that template? Who designed that template? Anytime you find yourself lamenting that your life should have been better, your life was supposed to have been better than this, know that you are holding your current reality up against a template. And my question to you tonight, you don't need to answer this one to me. Answer your own soul. My question to you tonight is, who designed that template that you are measuring your life with? Yes, that template that you are measuring your life with, that you think the life you have today is not the best, it was supposed to have been better. Who designed that template? Yes, who designed the template? I'm not saying settle for mediocrity. I'm not asking you to settle for less. All of us can become more, we can do more, and we can give more in this life. But for you to say that your life was supposed to have been better than it is today means you are measuring something. What templates are you using? And who designed that template? What metrics are you measuring your life with? Who exactly designed that template? Yes, I address the difficult yet necessary conversations. So, welcome to my space tonight. Let's have a deeper conversation. I want you to finish watching this so your soul will be at rest. You see, what matters is not the life you didn't get to live, but what matters is after you have the awareness that you deserve a better life, what you do. How you be able to bridge the gap between where you are today and that supposedly life is what matters to me. Not to brood over the future, not to lament, not to think something is wrong with you just because your life is not better. Say so. Measure your life by what templates and who exactly designed that template. Designed that template that you are measuring your life with, and you are getting frustrated by the day because you don't measure up. Who designed that template? And what metrics is being used here? The template you are using that you are getting frustrated, you are so broken because you think your life was supposed to have been better than it is today. Who designed that template and what metrics are being used here? The vital question is, who designed that template? The template you are using to measure your life for you to come to the conclusion that your life was supposed to have been better than it is today. Who designed that template? Let's consider the following so you get a deeper understanding to what I mean. Number one, the mirage of comparison. The mirage of comparison or the metrics of other people. Yeah, for many people, the feeling of falling short is born from looking sideways. Oh, what is happening over there? Yee. There comes the guy I finished school with. I finished university with so many years ago. Look at the car he drives. Look at the place he. Is that the metrics you measuring your life with? Sorry, I'm laughing. Is that the metric you are measuring your life with? Or there comes that lady. We're in the same class today, so in high school. Look at the beautiful family she has. Oh, she's married to that man. She's blessed. And you think you are blessed. You are not blessed. Who designed that template you are using to measure your life for you to think your life should have been better than it is today? Bear in mind, I'm not asking you to settle for mediocrity. I'm not asking you not to be more. All of us can become more, do more, and give more. And as a matter of fact, let me settle this before I move on. Me, I am sick and tired of poverty. So if you're thinking me saying, what are you measuring your life means, I'm asking you to settle for poverty. Heck no. Me and poverty, nah. No more and never again. I am tired of poverty. I don't even want to smell it, let alone know how it functions. So I'm not talking about staying poor. No. But I'm talking about what templates are you measuring your life with for you to come to the conclusion that your life is not better, it's not good. What are you measuring? Exactly are you measuring? And what template are you using? The difficult yet necessary conversations we are supposed to have with our own souls. The difficult yet necessary conversations we are supposed to have with our own souls. Oh, there come that woman. Yes, yes, yes. We are the same age group. Oh. Look at the companies she has. Look at the businesses she's built. Oh, her life is better than mine. Oh, I am. Who designed that template? Are you living in her timeline, or you are living in your timeline? Do you know the price she's paid? Do you know the sacrifices she's made? Yes, you all finished school the same period, but do you know the value somebody else has added to his or her life? That you feel broken, you feel sad because you think their lives are better than yours. Eh? Who tells you? The peace of mind you have that you are taking for granted, you have no idea. The peace of mind you have, the inner peace you have, the inner work that you are doing, you have no idea what that means. So, what exactly are you measuring your life with for you to come to the conclusion that your life was supposed to have been better than it is today? Your life was supposed to have been better than it is today. If you're coming from the angle of letting that be your motivating factor, then you know me. I salute you. If you are motivated by other people's lives and you think, oh, of course, they don't have two heads. So if they've been able to achieve more, it means you can do more. Hooray! Then I am your cheerleader. But for you to be broken, sad, frustrated because you think other people's lives are better than yours, then I don't buy into that. No, I don't buy into that. And no matter the explanation you give me, I won't take it. I won't take it. I know for a fact that you can become more. I can become more. All of us can become more. We can do more and we can give more as long as we have life. But for you to sit down and be so sad, depressed, frustrated because you think your life should have been better than it is now is a problem. Yes, is a problem. Then it means there is indeed something wrong. The feeling of falling short, born from looking sideways. What is happening with her? What is happening with him without focusing on your own journey? In a world created with digital identities, seeing people's social media photographs and thinking, Saudi, oh, more, bra, why, yira, na wunni?" We are all of us are constantly bombarded by the highlight reels of peers, the people we sat in the same classrooms with, influencers, the people we work with, the people we are age groups with. There are people everywhere that you can compare everywhere that if you are not careful, you can compare your life with, and it would make you feel frustrated. If you are comparing your lives with them to be motivated to do more, then I am your cheerleader. But if only you are comparing your life with them for you to feel small, for you to feel as oh, they were so in a movie keke, then I won't support you because your life path might not be the same. They have used 30 years to achieve so much. Do you know what you can use the next 10 years of your life to achieve? What about it? Some people finished school, went through education, got PhD, started working. Others just finished senior high school, got married, started having children. Today, some have PhDs, but their children are just young. Today, some people are children are in the universities. They are now building businesses. They are now pursuing higher education. Are you living in your timeline, or you are living in other people's timelines? You living in your timeline, or you are living in other people's timelines. So you are comparing your journey with them, and you are feeling frustrated because you think their lives are better than yours. At a point where you were at the same level and you don't get it that today they are seem higher than you. Higher based on what measurement? You all finished first degree at the same period. Today they have PhD and you think they are better than you are. Heck no. Life is an opportunity cost. Whilst they were pursuing higher education, you were doing something else. That although they have PhD education now, it would take them a whole decade for them to learn what you have been able to learn. What are you comparing your life with? For you to come to the conclusion that everybody else's life is better than yours. So your life was supposed to have been better than it is today, not as a form of motivation or inspiration, so you can become more, you can do more and give more, but for you to feel sad and frustrated in this life. No, 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 no. You are making a big mistake. You are making a big mistake. Sorry, when my network wobbles, then the video goes off. Sorry about it. You are making a huge mistake, a huge one. Life is an opportunity cost. We trade in something little for a higher purpose. So the templates you are measuring your life with might be erroneous. And if the templates are wrong, you frustrate yourself in this life that it wouldn't be anybody's fault. Yeah. They were your peers at a particular point, and today you think they are better than you are because of what? You see influencers, even people you started life with by attending primary school, high school together. You meet them and you think their lives are better than yours. Says who? Let's even here, even here, within the metrics of others or the mirage of comparison, there are two things you should always remember. Number one, the fallacy of the finish line, and number two, the standard timeline. The fallacy of the finish line and the standard time line. You have no business comparing your life with others. You can use their life as a motivation, inspiration to become more, do more, and give more. But for you to be frustrated and feel small because you think their lives are the best. For you, your life was supposed to have been better. Not from the angle of being motivated to do more, but you feel less of yourself. It's wrong. The fallacy of the finish line. We see other people's promotion, their travel photos, or their seemingly effortless lifestyle and assume they have reached the destination we missed. I was sharing a story today in a session and people were laughing. But me, it wasn't a laughing matter for me. What comes to a typical example that comes to mind with this is like meeting somebody you all went to high school with who is flaunting a beautiful lifestyle today, and all that comes to your mind is, oh, that was my guy. If I'd married him, this is the beautiful life I've had. No, seeing his wife having a beautiful life, and you think, oh, if I'd married him, this is the beautiful life I was going to have. Who told you? Do you know the investment that woman has made into her own life? What friends and family have supported her to become? Do you know the price she's paid by herself without the man's contribution to get to where she is today, and you are desiring it and you are feeling sorry? Have you considered her troubles for marrying that man too? Hello? Have you considered her troubles for marrying that man too? Or seeing a woman who is good today? Ebi mu nyi nkɔ ɔmo anim na ɔno deɛ onyi gyina baabi a ogyina. And you're like, oh, if I'd married her, I would have been the happiest man. Say so. Who said if you had married her, she would have ended up being like this? Or you would have enjoyed her? No. Baby, it is here. Oh, we are snani. Oh, no. Same pair. I see it one among for. Yeah. We are where we are supposed to be at this point of our lives. If we don't want, we just have to reinvent it, not to feel sorry. Hello. We are at where we are supposed to be in this life. Yes, based on our decisions, our choices, and our contribution to our own lives. If for any reason we don't want where we are, we just have to reinvent it. You are not supposed to feel sorry, feel frustrated, feel like we're more bra, feel like we are seeing nothing good is happening for you because you see other people's lives and you think their lives are better than yours. Life is an opportunity cost. You see aspects of their lives and you think they are better. They equally see aspects of your lives and they think it is better too. Yeah. They equally think you have something they don't have. So the fallacy of the finish line. When you think other people, you work with them at the same place, or you are in the same sector and they are just getting promoted and promoted and promoted without you finding out the price they are paying. Their travel photos. Da bɛn na mede menya sika yi bi a nkurɔfoɔ de tumi tu kwan kɔ vacation yi, ɛbɛtumi ato me. Nti me nso mɛtumi ne me mma, mɛtumi ne me kunu, mɛtumi ne me yere to kwan. Nti me nso mɛtumi atɔ car. Nti me nso mɛtumi asi me fie. And then you sit back and you are calculating all this because that is what you see. You don't know the price they are paying. Yeah. You see their seemingly effortless lifestyle and assume they've reached a destination you missed. You missed because you didn't pay the price they paid. You didn't take the path they took. You didn't make the decisions they made, the hard decisions. And then you have the standard timeline. The standard timeline. The standard timeline. Mhm. Society often dictates a rigid schedule. Go to school, get a job. No, yeah, go to school, get a job, and get your own apartment, get a certain money in your accounts, get a partner, begin life. When we measure these, when we measure our lives based on these external markers, our dissatisfaction isn't about our quality of life, it's about our relative standing. We don't focus on the quality of life we have, but by the relative standing. Oh, I am 35. I was supposed to have been, and I was supposed to be doing this by now. And because other people are doing it, they are in the right timeline. I'm not. Who, who told you? Oh, I'm 40 by now. So this time, around this time, I was supposed to have started my first business. How do I have a job? Because that's what makes me feel like me, Bobra. Who told you? Do you know when KFC started? The founder. Do you know at what age? Oh, I'm 50. I'm in my 50s. I'm supposed to be doing this. I was supposed to have been having this. Says who? Whose timeline are you living in? Society's? Society's timeline. Their definition of success, that is hollow, that is fleeting, that is what you are measuring your life with, and you are troubled. Within a particular year. Hey, within a particular year, from 1st January to 31st January, the kind of things that can happen in your life, you'll be amazed. Whose timeline are you living? And what templates are you measuring your life with? Designed by who? Templates are you using? Designed by who? When we measure our lives, when we use these external markers, our dissatisfaction isn't about the quality of our lives. It would then be about our relative standing. Relative standing. If your better life is defined by having someone else's life, you aren't chasing fulfillment. Anytime you think of, I'm not fulfilled, I am not fulfilled, and all you're thinking about is how you be able to get to another person's life, it is not fulfillment you are chasing. You are chasing a moving target. And because the target is moving, you will never self actualize. Every day, you are chasing something. Every day, you will never have satisfaction in this life. This metric is hollow. Yes, this metric is hollow. You work with people that you realize wabobra uriase. And yet, because the friends, the people in his or her inner circle, he or she, they think they are doing more. Or they've been able to do this. They have this number of businesses. Into only dear nobody. They come and turn him. So you are praying for their lives, and yet they are getting frustrated because they haven't done much in this life. You see where we have gotten to. Who brought this upon us? This up. You're measuring your life with somebody else's. You'll never be fulfilled. I am telling you the truth. I'm a licensed psychosocial counselor. I work with people from all walks of life. As long as you're measuring your life with somebody else's, you will never get inner peace. You will never be fulfilled. You will never get satisfaction. And it wouldn't be because you want more, you want to become more. It would just be because you are chasing a fleeting fulfillment. It is fleeting, it is hollow, so you never catch it. Wokumare ntɔ wo yam wɔ asase wei so da. Every day, there's something for you to compare your life with. Every day, there is something else for you to compare your life with. Every day. Everywhere you go, you see people are better than you. And the metrics you are using, I don't know who designed them for you. I don't know who designed that template for you. The template you are using to measure your life, what that makes you feel, say, oh, there nothing good has come out of your life. Your life is the lowest, the lowly of the lowest. Yeah, that's what you think. Because I don't know the template you are using, and I don't know who designed it for you. And it hasn't occurred to you to find out whose template you are using to. Is the template for you? The template you are using, is it designed by you, for you, or it's other people's templates? Number two, and just like I said, you see, if your better life, if what will make you fulfill in this life, if what will bring you satisfaction and inner peace and all the cliches and the phrases we use these days, if all of these are defined by having someone else's life, you will never be fulfilled because you're only chasing a moving target. You are only chasing a moving target. You are only chasing a moving target, a fleeting target that can change, that can shift any moment from now. I don't know who handed that template to you and why you have decided to use it because it is not designed by you and therefore it is not for you. This metric is hollow because he ignores the hidden struggles. You see the public achievements of people. You don't see their hidden struggles. You don't know the price they've paid, the hard decisions they had to make. This metric, my dear, is hollow because he ignores the hidden struggles. It ignores the advantages and personal sacrifices behind the lives we envy. Yes, we all didn't start from the same ground. Some had leverages. Some of the things you are praying for and working hard for, some people got married and their parents handed them over to them. From the house they live in, the cars both of them drive, from the businesses they operate were handed down to them by their parents. I understand. So why then are you using their templates? Why are you using their template? You are starting from ground zero. Why are you using a template of those who started from ground 20? That's why you are frustrated. That is why you are frustrated. That is why you think you are the poorest of the poor, the lowest, the lowly of the lowest, the lowliest. This metric is hollow because he ignores the hidden struggles, the advantages, and the personal sacrifices behind the lives we envy. Number two, the weight of agency. The weight of agency, the choices metric. The choices metric. A much sharper, more uncomfortable form of dissatisfaction arises when we look inward. Yeah. When we look inward, a much sharper, a more comfortable form of dissatisfaction arises when we look inward. This isn't about what the Joneses are doing. It is about the silent conversation between who we are and who we know we could have been. By this time, you could have been like this, you could have been here, you could have been there, you could have become this. Yeah, more uncomfortable form of dissatisfaction. A life you never lived. And you are comparing the life you lived with the ones you didn't live. Really, the life you didn't live. You didn't live that life, and yet you are comparing that with the life you are living. How is that possible? What makes you think if you lived that kind of life, you would have arrived at who you wanted to be? Hello? The conversation between who we are and who we know we could have been. This measurement is based on patterns, decisions, and potential. Recognizing the self sabotaging habits, procrastination, fear of failure, or seeking comfort over growth that have repeated over the years. And it's exactly what I'm saying. That if you're able to use that, when you say my life should have been better than it is today, as a way of inspiring yourself, motivating yourself to do more and become more, hooray, then I'm your cheerleader. Because sometimes when you sit down and recalculate your life, you realize that at a particular point, there were some hard decisions you were supposed to have taken that you did not. And yes, success leaves clues. So you know as long as you pay a price for a particular thing, definitely you get a price. So then when you say my life should have been better than it is today, because I was supposed to have done one, two, three, four that I did not do. I was supposed to have taken these hard decisions at a point that I did not do, then you are right. But then again, it is still not supposed to make you feel frustrated. It is to encourage you to reinvent your life. As simple as that. When we choose comfort over growth and repeat these patterns over the years, definitely the result is what you get. That is patterns. Until our patterns change, our results won't change. Number two, decisions. Reflecting on the fork in the road where we chose the safe path instead of the brave one, what I call the difficult decisions along the way. You knew where you were going at that same pace, you won't get the future you want. And yet you're afraid. Either afraid of society, afraid of religion, afraid of what people will say, people's judgment. So you got stuck and you left in there. Definitely. At a point, you get the awareness that no, your life was supposed to have been better than it is. And that one, you are coming from the angle of inspiration because you know as long as you change your patterns, your life would also change. So you are good to make that declaration. So you are right at a point. If you make that statement that my life was supposed to have been better than this from the angle of knowing how to get it better from where it is now, it is still good. But not from the angle of becoming frustrated, becoming sorrowful for yourself because you are comparing your life with other people's and you think that your life is not better. It is based on the choices you made. If you don't want what you are getting, it means just reinvent it. and decisions are key. Yeah. When we're supposed to have chosen a brave path instead of the safe one, definitely it will land us at places we don't want. And then potential, the hunting awareness that our current output doesn't match our internal capacity. When you know you can become more, you can do more, and yet for a reason you are not doing it, then of course you know deep down that your life is not what it's supposed to be, just because you didn't also pay the price for what you pay the supposedly price for the life you deserve. When you measure by your own choices, the better life isn't a luxury. When you measure by your own choices, the better life isn't a luxury villa. It's a version of yourself that possessed more discipline, courage, or consistency. The better life, if you measure that better life, the better life you think you're supposed to have been living now, if you measure it by your own choices, you realize that the better life isn't a luxury villa. It is a version of yourself that possessed more discipline, courage, or consistency. This form of regret is harder to shake because it carries the burden of accountability. So if you were in my coaching class, I would have had a diagnosing the discontent session with you. Number three, moving beyond should have been. Moving beyond should have been. The danger of saying life should have been better is that it anchors you in a fictional past. The danger of saying life should have been better is that it anchors you in a fictional past. Whether you are measuring against someone else's success, someone close, someone far, as long as you are measuring against someone else's success or even your own missed opportunities, the result is the same. The result is always the same. It is in the past. Yes, it is in the past. If you are measuring by others, the remedy is radical authenticity. Defining a good life actually looks like for you. Defining what a good life actually means like for you, not using the measurements of other people. My video, what does a successful life means for you on my timeline, and you really be blessed. If you are measuring by others, if you are measuring your life by others, if you are measuring your life with other people and it's making you feel small, sometimes you look at, I'm sorry, I'm laughing. You would think this is serious. Why is she being flippant? But If you are measuring your life with other people, the indices of other people, and you feel small, because to them they are successful because they built big houses, drive bigger cars, and to them they are successful. To you, that is not self actualization. You're thinking of how to be able to get liquid cash. You're thinking of how to build businesses that you employ other people to work with. Why then would you measure your life with such people when they think they've arrived? Because to them, that is what self actualization means. No. If you are measuring your life with others, the remedy is radical authenticity, defining what a good life actually looks like for you, independent of the crowd. Sitting down to define or redefine what a good life actually looks like for you, independent of the crowd. If you are measuring by your choices and patterns, the remedy is forgiveness followed by friction. You cannot change the decisions of 3 years ago, but you can change the pattern you are living right now. Should I repeat? You cannot change the decisions of 3 years ago, but right now, here, today, you can change the patterns you are living. Ultimately, your life isn't a math problem to be solved or a competition to be won. It is a narrative. Should I repeat? Your life isn't a math problem to be solved or a competition to be won. It is a narrative. If the current chapter feels less than, the most productive question isn't why did this happen? The most productive question isn't why did this happen, but rather, what is the very next choice that aligns with the person I want to be? It's like going into a bad relationship. It's like getting out of a bad relationship and asking yourself, what at all led me there? I'm very sorry for yourself. Can you go back and just erase those years and get it undone? No. But then you can have some guiding principles and lessons such that in your next relationship, you know what is for you and know what is not for you. Is that not it? As simple as that. Exactly that. You see, so understand that your life isn't a math problem to be solved or a competition you have to win or that must be won. It's not a competition that must be won. It is a narrative. And if it's a narrative, you can change it anytime. If your current chapter feels less than, the most productive question isn't why did this happen, but rather, what is the very next choice that aligns with the person I want to be? Instead of brooding over what hasn't happened, why don't you consider how do I change my patterns to get what I desire now? Instead of just sitting there and thinking my life was supposed to have been better. But of course, if it's not better, you have the right to say it. But what are you doing now that you have the awareness that it's not better? What are you doing? Would you sit down and just be frustrated and just complain till thy kingdom come? Or you invent or you will reinvent that life? Instead of asking, why did this happen? Why is my life like this? Why is it not better? Why don't you ask, what is the next right choice? What is the next right move that aligns with the person I want to become? What is the next right move that aligns with the person I want to become? Now that you know that life is not the way you wanted it to be, then you should also consider the fact that if you don't change your patterns and you continue in the same patterns, then nothing will change. Interesting how all of us want a better life, and yet we continually do the same things. All of us want a better life. All of us believe we can become more, we can do more, and we can give more. And yet we continually repeat the same patterns. How do we get a different life if we continue the same old patterns? These are the questions we are supposed to ask ourselves. How do I do the same thing and expect a different result? Hello. Yes. Hello. How do we continually do the same things and expect different and better results? Possible for us to continue in our old ways, repeating the same patterns, and yet desiring a better result or even getting better results? Can we continue in our old patterns, living the same way, and yet wishing, anticipating for better results? Is that possible? If that is, teach some of us that we can continue doing the same things and yet we expect better results. If we want better lives, we live better patterns. Until the patterns change, nothing will change. Until the patterns change, nothing will change. So don't accept life as it is. I'm not asking you to accept mediocrity. No, heck no. I am sick and tired of living the same way. But the question is it possible for us to live the same patterns and expect different results? No. Why do we allow people to disrespect us so much and we expect our souls not to bleed? Why do we continue in our old patterns with people who don't appreciate us and expect that will be fulfilled in that relationship? It doesn't happen. Why is it that we are not able to have financial conversations with our own selves and yet we want to be financially solvent when everything that comes to us, we waste it? No financial goals. And wake up one day and all of a sudden we are financially solvent. Is that possible? That thought comes to your mind. My life was supposed to have been better than it is today. It shouldn't come to frustrate you. It should come to let you understand that check your choices, check your decisions, check the patterns you believed. Sometimes you even have to go back to your beliefs, your paradigms to interrogate them because it's the way we've lived that has brought us here. It is the way we have lived that has brought us here. If you don't want where you are, you just have to reinvent your life. As simple as that. And you can only reinvent your life when you invent your patterns, the way you live. You can't get better results when you live the same way, the same patterns. So until I come your way again in my next video, you can go to the beginning and watch. In the comment section, let me hear from you. Those who watch the replay, let me hear from you. Anytime you hear someone says, my life was supposed to have been better than it is today, or when you sit down quietly and you tell your own soul that, gee, my life was supposed to have been better than it is today, what are you measuring with? The life you didn't live or the life you are living? Are you measuring based on a template that wasn't designed by you or metrics of other people? What exactly are you measuring with? And what is your conclusion? Are you going to still live that same way and expect that better life? If we live the same way, then automatically we'll continually get the same results. So until I come your way again in my next video, think about these things and let me know in the comment section there what resonated with you and what you equally want to add up for somebody else too, so all of us can learn. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying on. Much love and blessings.